So, hi everyone. In this lesson, I'm just going to show you the internal components of a computer. As that person that is doing any basic course in computer studies, it is important that you know your computer. Knowing your computer does not simply mean you know how to use it. But what if somebody was to show you some component or some part, and then you're asked what it is, what is it, what is the name of that particular part, what is the work of the same. All these I've actually put them in the notes, but I just thought it wise that this lesson will be important for us, just to demonstrate some of these components. So the internal components of a computer, the main, and here we are referring to the main components of a computer, that is internal. We have got the motherboard. Yes, we have got the system unit here, and I'm going to show you that motherboard. We have got, the power supply. We have the memory. We have the hard disk drive. We have the CPU. And we also have, we've talked about the hard disk, yes. And the other very important component also that we have is, we call it the CD-ROM drive or DVD-ROM drive. The DVD-ROM drive. So, as you can see, I brought this system unit with me, and just to start with, you can see a lot of times this is not really like a tower, but this one we refer to it as a flatbed, or we call it a small compactor kind of CPU. And this is normally how it is cased. Of course, this is HP. Put it in this manner so that we get to see labels, the HP there. This we refer to it as the front pane, while here at the back we refer to this as the back pane. The front pane contains some of the ports. The ports that we're talking about here are the USB. We have got the sound. We have below the DVD drive, we have got some of the other ports that we use. Say somebody that is maybe shooting using his or her camera can simply come and remove what you call the memory card from the camera. Then I can get to insert it in these various ports so that I'm able to read the content that is there. It's a bit heavy, so I'll open it by removing this cover. Remember, this is part of the casing of my system unit. The name system unit, I want to explain this. A lot of times you'll find people refer to the whole of this box, let me use that word, as the CPU. But it is important, thank God you're here in this lesson, we don't refer to it as the CPU, because when you talk about the CPU, then this is our CPU. So you can imagine if you're calling the whole of this box the CPU. It is not. This is simply your system unit, because what you refer to as, or rather what you refer to as the CPU, is what I'm carrying here with me. So never at any time refer to this as the CPU. Though, a lot of people, just call it CPU. But as an IT professional, you need to understand that this is a system unit. System unit, as the name suggests, remember, a system is a whole. When you talk of whole, we mean, I'm referring to this. When you talk of a system, we mean a whole. Like a whole part that contains various other smaller parts within it. So this is why we refer to it as the system unit. And as you can see, indeed, it is housing a lot of components within it. We have just mentioned about the power supply. Here it is. The power supply. The power supply is this. So if you check at the back pane of your machine, like I did mention, you'll always find this particular component. This is one of the very important components in your computer system unit. Because without it, then we didn't have power supplied in our computer. So the power supply, it contains other cables, as you can see, that we use to power the other devices. Things like the DVD drive, which is also another component that we use to install softwares. I have got a software here. This is an antivirus software, we call it Kaspersky Antivirus. When I want to install it, I always have to insert the CD right inside the DVD drive, because that software of course comes with, when it is stored in a CD, that is a compact disc. So this particular drive here, what we are referring to as the CD-ROM drive or the DVD-ROM, has to be powered for it to work. And where does that power come from? That power comes all the way from your power supply unit. So after the power supply unit, it is the power supply unit literally that feeds the other main component in our computer, what we call the motherboard. The motherboard is this large electronic board here that is containing some other more components within it. We have got what we call the expansion slots, we have got the memory slots, and when I talk of the memory slots, I need to go back and show you what we call the memory. This is a memory stick. These memories, they come in various capacities. So you'll find, like the computer that I have here, its memory capacity is up to 4 GB. So this is a 4 GB memory stick, and as you can see, there are two. On my motherboard, the computer that I'm using here, you can see that I've got how many memory expansion slots? I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means that on this computer, maybe say when it is being purchased with a memory capacity of 4 GB. So it comes with one stick. But when I know that in this PC I'm going to run some very heavy programs, say like graphic design applications, I want to be using the same computer maybe to install some of the editing softwares. When I want to edit a video, what do I need to do? I can go back to the shop, then I buy another memory stick, say of maybe 4 GB. So if I buy 4 GB, and remember the same machine already had 4, then what will I be having in full? I'll be having a memory capacity of now up to what? 8 GB. A lot of times in your study of ICT, you'll meet this word. It is common. You've ever even used it maybe? No, I don't know. Upgrade. What do you mean to upgrade? To upgrade simply means at the point of purchasing this machine, I go to the vendor, the computer shop, I purchase it and it comes with 4 GB memory. Then I realize that during my course of work, I will be running some very heavy programs. I can go back to the same shop and then I ask them to add me another 4 GB memory stick. Now they come to 8. So remember initially it was 4 GB, but if I go get another 4 GB of the same, then I shall have now upgraded it from the 4 to 8. So this is a term that is very common, and as an IT professional, it is something that should be aware. It is a term that you use. Even a lot of times, you can use it in various areas. You could say, today I walk, another day I walk to work, another day say, while coming to school, you say, I drive or you cycle. So somebody could just ask you that, you know what, I've seen you really upgraded. You've upgraded, you know, initially you're walking and nowadays I can see you cycle or maybe you drive. So it's a term that I would say we use when we talk of, you know, moving from one level to the next. A lesser to upper, because it is rare that you find somebody talk about what? Downgrading. In a computer, you should never try to downgrade a computer. A lot of times, you upgrade. Very good. Apart from the motherboard, where most of the electronic components connect to, we have what we have here as the CPU. That is the single most important component in your computer. So the CPU is actually here. It's been so much protected, and what protects it is what we call the heatsink. The heatsink has got a cooler fan here on this other side. Maybe you might not be able to see it so well, but our CPU is here. That heatsink, basically, as the name suggests, the heatsink is supposed to prevent the CPU from heating. So that's why it also has its own cooler fan. The CPU that you're talking about is this. And when I go back to this, like I said, a lot of times we call the whole component as the CPU, but remember, what we are calling the CPU is the component that I'm carrying here, and it is the one that is basically housed within this. As you can see, it's actually screwed very strong using this particular screw just to protect it from, you know, any damage. And on top, we have got the heatsink. The same. Another very, very important component, that is when you talk about the storage, is what we refer to as the hard disk drive. And this is my hard disk. This hard disk that I'm carrying here is of what capacity? The hard disk is 500 GB. The hard disk is one of the single most important components in your computer when it comes to storage. All the data you are using in your computer, be it a file that you've created and saved, all the programs that are installed, like I did talk about an antivirus program here we call the Kaspersky antivirus. When I install this antivirus program, where is it stored? All that data is stored on the hard disk. So if somebody talks about having taken your data from your computer, having, you know, stolen your data, God forbid, then they're literally referring to that kind of a computer. Maybe it's missing this component. This one is a desktop hard disk. Those ones for the laptops are normally much, much smaller. Remember, the laptop is very, very different from the desktop computer that we're using here. So the hard disk, we talked about the power supply, the CPU, and the various memory sticks. So these are some of those very, very important components within the system unit. And like I said, all that is housed within this. We can always call it the system unit, or in some other cases, there are people who simply call it the processor unit. System unit or the processor unit. But please don't refer to this as the CPU, because today we have seen what the CPU is. Each and every machine must have this component. Your machine cannot function without this. It is the brain of the machine. It determines basically how fast your computer will operate. So the faster the CPU, the faster the speed of your computer. Thank you for that lesson, and I hope you enjoyed this. I would request that you go to the notes and try to read the functions of each and every component that we've talked about. Thank you, and God bless you.